you are. Okay, let's just get started. Welcome back, my friends, to another episode of Soul TV.
Hey, Lexi, what do you have planned for this week?
Well, someone was late, so why don't we just get to it?
Sorry, I was just finished up on the last episode of Mandalorian, and I was just at the part when...
No. Don't give it away, girl. Don't.
Oh, but my favorite part is...
No. Don't give it away.
Do you like movies? What am I saying? We all do.
Of course we do. So why don't you come out on Friday, the 17th, and have fun at our movie night?
The movie night is free, and with snacks and drinks for a sale to help the 6th grade fundraise for their senior trip.
There will also be a drawing with some awesome prizes.
Tickets for the drawing are $5 and can be purchased by Mr. Romano or at the movie night.
May the odds forever be in your favor.
I'm so hungry.
Me too. It sounds good.
Waffles? Pancakes? Candy?
I was thinking more a burrito, but, you do you, boo.
That would be good too.
Well, why don't we get some Chipotle? Maybe on the 22nd.
Fine, I'll wait.
Have you seen any new faces around campus lately? Well, if you haven't seen any new faces, here you go. Meet our new counselor, Miss Whedon. We sent Allison to the field to find out more about this very special person. Let's throw it to Allison.
Thanks, Emma, and hello, everyone. I'm reporting live from Miss Whedon's office, and it's about time we learn a little bit more about her. Good morning, Miss Whedon.
Good morning, guys.
Now we will be asking her a couple of questions you might want to ask. The first question is, why did you want to become a school counselor?
Ooh, that's a good one. I wanted to become a school counselor because I love helping students, and I didn't really want to be a teacher. I wanted to be able to meet with students more on a one-on-one basis or in a small group, and I thought that school counseling would be the perfect way to do that.
Question. Nice answer. Have you had any other experiences as a counselor before Rio del Sol?
I have. So my very first year, I got to work at Rio Lindo. The counselor had a baby, so I got to go in and kind of be her substitute. And then I worked at RDV, Rio del Valle. And then last school year, I worked in Ventura at 3 different elementary schools. And now I'm here at Rio del Sol.
Yay! What types of things do you help students with at RDS?
Lots of things. So a couple of the really big things are learning social skills, like when people don't really know how to ask to play with someone or to make a new friend. Some things might be listening skills in class or learning how to pay attention a little bit better. Other things are conflict resolution, like when friends get into a fight or have a problem and they need someone to help them work it out. And I also help students that have a lot going on at home too, because sometimes life gets a little bit hard and you just need somebody to talk to. So those are some of the things that I help students with.
That is true. What's the hardest thing about your job?
The hardest thing about my job is trying to find enough time to see and help as many people as possible. The day goes by really fast, and sometimes I just don't have enough time to see everybody that I needed to.
That is true. How about your favorite part?
My favorite part is when students come up to me and they say, Mrs. Whedon, you really helped me with my problem. Thank you.
How do we get in contact with you?
Good question. So I am only here on Mondays and Wednesdays, so you can come to my office and find me in person. You can also ask your teachers, and they could give me a call or send me an email that you might want to talk. Or if you have a school email, you can send me an email too, and your teacher can help you out with that as well.
Okay. Where is your office located?
Good question. So we have a new counseling office, and it's located right next to the library. So I'm in between the library and the resource room. So right in the middle of that.
Well, thank you for your time.
You're welcome. I'm so glad I got to talk to you.
Looks like some more Rio del Sol students are getting a little older this week. Let's check out whose birthday it is this week. Hey all, I'm Jordan, and here are some awesome books to check out. Have you ever wondered what happened to the stepsisters after Cinderella's Happily Ever After? Then you should check out Stepsisters by Jennifer Donnelly. Isabel tricked the prince and was turned away in shame. Now she has a chance to alter her destiny. Join Isabel on her journey of empowerment, redemption, and new definition of beauty. If you love rock music, then you need to check out When Angels Sing, the story of rock legend Carlos Santana by Michael Mahin. The story is how Carlos Santana became the man he is now. His father was a traveling musician. Carlos wanted to make music just like him. He found his music by combining blue jazz, rock and roll, and Afro-Cuban drums. This story is an uplifting tale teaching you that anything is possible if you set your mind to it. Now let's check out a book from one of you.
The book I read was Dogman Unleashed by Dave Filkey. This book is about a dog who saved his neighborhood. Dogman's backstory was when his psychic cut the wrong wire, and then they got bombed. So then they went to the hospital, and then the doctor told the dog that his body was dying, and he told the guy that his head was done. So they sewed the dog's head to the guy's body, so he had a name, Dogman. And Dogman was clumsy. This book is for little kids, but it's still a great book.
Welcome back to the Soul TV Weather Channel. I'm Kayla, and I'll be telling you your forecast for this week. In the beginning of the week, it will be mostly sunny and will eventually get cooler as we head towards the middle of the week. Thursday, we might be in for some morning showers with a 40% chance of precipitation. The week will start out in the low 60s and the high 40s, just heading into the 50s later in the week. Well, that's all, and I hope you guys have a great week.
Hey everyone, for this week's tech tip, we're going to take a look at Google Draw and creating three-dimensional shapes using Google Draw. Now, Google Draw has some nice features that can make it a very powerful photo editor. Today we're going to look at using some basic shapes as well as a polyline tool and some shading or coloring to create the appearance of dimension. You can also do this using some shadowing or the shadow tools, but this one will actually create three-dimensional shapes. So let's get started. First, I'm going to grab a simple shape. We'll go with a simple square. Now, to do a square, I'm going to hold Shift as I click and drag, and it will create a square shape for me. From here, I want to duplicate the shape. I can move the shape wherever I want, however I want it to be, so I have what I want. Right now, this is what I have. I'm going to change the color of my lower shape so I know the difference between my top shape and my bottom shape. This will help me while I'm drawing. I'm also going to zoom in a little bit to make it a little bit easier on myself. Now, I'm going to go grab the polyline tool. It's over by the lines. It says polyline. What we're going to do is we're going to connect corners and build a shape. Let me show you on this first one. Click the corner, click to the other corner, and each time I click, it doesn't finish the line. It just lets it follow. And one final click, and my shape is done. Now I can change the color of this shape. Maybe red. Now I need to close off the other side of my shape. So I grab the polyline tool again. I'm going to start somewhere on the other side. And I just follow the corners, follow the lines. And when I get back to that first spot, one click. Now this is going to come out red, but I want to show the difference. So I'm going to change it to orange. Now I can even change this top shape to maybe that color. And then to finalize and make it all one shape, I just select, highlight it all, right click, and group it. Now I have one shape. But you can also do this with words and lettering. So using word art, I'm going to enter a letter. Let's go with T. From here, T is a pretty square letter as it is. But I'm going to grab a font, Press Start 2P, and I'm going to change it. All the letters in Press Start 2P are kind of pixelated, so they create really sharp square corners. So you can do the same thing. So I'm going to duplicate it again, then change the bottom color, something different. And now all I'm going to do is create the shapes that match each section, or what would be a face on a three-dimensional shape. I'll do that right now. Let's go. And there you go. Now I have a three-dimensional letter. If I take my time, I can make it look even better. And you'll notice I color matching sides or faces in the same color, like red here. This way it shows me the matching colors, or that they're the same side. It's a way to show shadow or show the three dimensions. So give it a shot, and don't forget, when you're all done, select everything, right click it, or Control-Alt-G and group it, and now it will move as one shape. So now you have one three-dimensional shape versus multiple flat shapes. Well, that's this week's Teacher Tech Tip.
Hey guys, I'm Percent, the canned food drive winner.
My bad.
Oh yeah, so what I was saying, the winner is Mr. Granado's class. Congratulations, guys.
Melissa, Earth to Melissa, where'd she go? I told her to be back by now. She's failed me, and I'm tired, so good night.
6.5 hours later.
Melissa, where'd you go?
It's the end.
Oh, what, Melissa?
The Mandalorian!
Oh, is that all? I thought you already finished that, like at the beginning of the show.
I did. But there is another season yet. What will I do till then?
You could watch it again, or maybe rocket science. Most epic idea. You could go outside.
Decisions.
Well, while you make that decision, I'm going to bring this episode to a close.
Wait, is it the end?
That's right, my friends. Episode 3 is officially over. Mic drop, insert here.
Well, technically it's not over yet because we haven't said bye.
Okay, on three.
1,
2, 3. Bye!